Okay, I'm going to answer the question in the title, but first I have to give you some backstory. So, Elizabeth, you are the author, I am the alien, and this is how long it would take to talk to everybody. So, if you recall, about a month ago, I was on a train ride to Paris, where we were all kicked off because of a possible bomb threat. After about an hour of waiting, dreaming of ice and rain and blizzards, we were allowed to go again, and people streamed back into the cars as if being sucked by a vacuum. This created a problem. The entrance of the train was shaped like this, with stairs up to the left, taking people upstairs, and a door to the right, which led to the car my group sat in. Upstairs, there was a place to put baggage. At some point, instead of taking it upstairs, somebody just dropped their bag in this spot and scuttled upstairs. The next person who walked in assumed that this was what they were supposed to do in the first place and dropped another bag. Soon enough, the pile was stacked to the ceiling and sticking into our car. And so, we're hearing this sound every couple seconds. So, I had no Wi-Fi, and because the doors couldn't close, the air conditioning was basically useless. And the rest of my... what do you call people who are on the same train as you? Cabin mates? Other passengers? The other people on the train decided this would be a good time to take a nap, and honestly, it was probably a good idea, but you certainly know about my lack of an ability or affection for sleep, so I had to find a way to entertain myself. While we were waiting for hours, the people at the train station gave us these little cardboard boxes with food in them. It was all absolute rubbish, and I don't even think the best of it could have fit the Urban Dictionary's definition of food, but we were all starving and tired, and so it was a godsend. Half of these cardboard boxes came with little crayon packets for little kitties to draw with. So here I was, hot, bored, constantly listening to... My only resources was a smartphone with a dying battery, a cardboard box, and some crayons. Then I realized, wait a second, I'm on a train ride through France. I just have to look out the window. I gazed out the windows, taking in the scenery as it flew by me. And then it occurred to me that while I was passing by these villages that I'd only see for a second, to the actual real people that lived there, those flickering points on a map were home, were their entire world. With a community as unique and interesting as Saint Hippolyte du Fort, the place that I had stayed for a week. So it got me thinking, how long would it take for me to meet every single human alive? Well, I took those crayons and that cardboard, and I did a little bit of math. As I previously mentioned, I didn't have any internet at the moment, so I had to estimate the human population as 7 billion. I also decided, so as not to lose my sanity or die, that I would allow myself to sleep, eat, and have 5 days off a year. I also actually really wanted to get to know these people, so I gave myself 30 minutes with each of them. This meant that I could meet 32 people a day and 11,520 people a year. After dividing all the people up by that number, I came up with a staggering 650,954 years to meet all the people in the world. You may be asking yourself, Joseph, why did you do this? Like, what, you found this interesting? I did. When you hear that there are roughly 7.3 billion people on this planet, your brain cannot comprehend it. I don't care if you say you can, you can't. Your brain just calls it really, really big, adding extra reallys when you get into the millions, billions, and trillions. And it's important for us to not think about the population of the Earth as just a stupidly big number. It's important for us to see them as a stupidly big number of unique, interesting people with stories and hopes and dreams and families. Hi, Editing Joseph here. I just saw the Vlogbrothers video on the recent refugee crisis. I think that these events make this video more important. We just need to remember that these thousands of people are all actual real people just like you and me. Which I find personally amazing. Wow, I really am sounding like the Vlogbrothers. Going a bit pretentious there, aren't you, Joseph?